Could that fight have gone any better? Could you have drawn that up more perfectly than how that played out?
I mean, I haven't watched it back yet, but I don't think so, man. It's surreal. It's wild to think that, like, just 30 minutes ago I was in an octagon fighting one of the toughest men in the world. It's like, and now we're just sitting here all like, we're all sitting here like it wasn't a big deal for the past 10 weeks of just like, all right, shit, I gotta get ready for this thing, and I gotta be sharp, and now you just get that big release, and it feels like it's been a long time since I've had that massive like fireworks release, because it was it felt like Vancouver was the last time I had it. I had that almost a good performance in Toronto, and then lost at the very end of the fight, and then had I won a fight in Edmonton, and it was what I needed for my career, but it wasn't this, So I was just another guy on the card that night. Tonight I was like, that is what I got into MMA to do.
Is it almost a freeing sense in there?
Oh, yeah. Like after or during?
But like both, honestly.
Honestly, both. There is a little bit of the door locks, he says, go. And it's like, all right, man, we're jumping out of the plane. Like, we're free falling here. Like, there's no turning back. The only way out is through. Let's go. And then afterwards, once it works out, it's just like, oh, like, yes, man, thank God. Like, this feeling I've been chasing since June of 2023. Like, I get it again. Yes, thank you.
And I know, especially at the media days and all the interviews, you downplayed his comments. You even said, like, don't boo him, we're celebrating tonight. But just what was that reception to, like, not just, I'm sure you heard it at the weigh-ins, like you couldn't hear the person next to you talk because of the boos, and then when you came in, you were basically Captain Canada in there. You felt like the biggest star on this card. So just talk about the crowd reaction and just your fight as a whole.
Man, again, Edmonton, I know it wasn't the performance that people have come to expect from me. So I thought, I'm like, okay, well, I had a loss, and then I had a fight that was, just a strategic kind of poke fight, outscore somebody and just get some time on the canvas. So I'm like, okay, maybe this one I'll just be another Canadian on there and won't necessarily get that warm reception I got in Vancouver, and this coming out for the weigh-ins, I was like, oh no, I miscalculated that. This is the loudest crowd I've ever heard. This is so sick. I got to feel like the man and just like walk out and just try and soak it all up, man. You only get this feeling so many times in your life. This is something that most people never get to feel, and I don't want these moments to pass by without being absorbed and appreciated.